What do you think that No Sorry want to go for here to finish off this draft?
It's hard to say. You wouldn't want to go for a hero super susceptible to dying to magic damage because you're playing against the Skywrath Mage. So I'm assuming it is gonna be a strength hero. Something like a Lifestealer comes to mind when I see the heroes of No Sorry, but I'm kind of confident that that's going to be banned out. So something along those lines, and or something that buys the BKB very early on and is quite okay with it. There's a lot of heroes that fit into that category, but you don't see like one hero, oh, it's extremely good here, because you have some nice heroes on the side of Team Empire that can pretty much deal with anything. The bad thing, though, now about Empire, sure, you go for the Doom, and you can delete one of the heroes from the game, but the problem is who is gonna give you a stun. You actually have pretty mobile heroes. Ember Spirit, Enchantress quite fast. Snapfire has the cookie to make pretty much anyone mobile. Mars naturally builds a Blink Dagger, and on the side of Empire, you have no catch. So that is already a problem. I think now banning just those mid laners that provide some lockdown. Puck is the one that comes to mind as the main one, is kind of gonna make this lineup of Team Empire almost unplayable. I don't know what they were thinking this way, and of course when you look at No Sorry, they're not that susceptible to dying to the heavy magical damage either. I don't know how they're gonna kill heroes, to be honest. This is really weird coming out from Empire.
Yeah, and like I say, No Sorry, they do have a pretty durable team lineup with the Enchantress and the heal, Snapfire and Mars, both strength heroes. Ember Spirit with the just amount of evasion in his kit, just being able to either remnant away or dodge up with a slight fist or lock you down with the Searing Chains and just give it the old walk away. Like I say, Empire needs something that's going to have a really good way to get in these fights, a really good engagement. I'm surprised that the ban out the Death Prophet instead of the Puck, like you were saying. What else? Because I mean, looking at this lineup, I'm assuming it's going to be a Monkey King carry and a Doom offlane.
I was about to say, No Sorry are actually thinking there's another approach to this draft from Team Empire, and then there actually is. If you look at the Monkey King, if you look at the Abaddon, these are the two heroes that actually like to stay behind the hero. And when someone goes on them, you save them with the Abaddon. You have the Wukong's command to cover him, and then you just return fire, right? Doom gets a good target because he sees what's going on in the fight. He jumps in, you turn it around, you bait them in to go a little bit deeper, and you crush them. And for that to be possible, you need to have good tower pushers. So that's why the Lesh and the DP ban. So that was probably some kind of an approach. I'm just trying to think of a hero from Empire that is actually going to fit that role. Maybe they still go for the Puck, but having that fat frontliner that does damage to towers actually does make sense.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, and just for a purely engagement like kind of hero, the Storm Spirit's still there. Yeah, no, he's not been banned out at all. He's not been picked up. He's not been banned out at all. And I've seen people say it's a skill matchup. It comes down to the player quality in the mid lane between the Ember Spirit and the Storm Spirit. But the amount of just, even if you're not pushing directly onto towers, the amount of wave clear that Storm Spirit has, we've seen this stupid, for the 4/5 no talisman build, you get all the mana in the world. You can use your remnants to clear through the creep waves, you push on. So even if you're not directly pushing onto the towers, Phantom Lancer comes out for No Sorry, then you've still got the potential to keep the wave, keep that creep equilibrium pushed right back up against No Sorry with that pick.
I don't know, what's the play now for Empire? To be honest, like, I wouldn't mind like an Alchemist to go for a Radiance. Something along those lines makes sense to me. A heavy farmer that with the timing is gonna crush No Sorry. They'll go for the Tiny. It is a heavy farmer, but it is not a hero that with the timing is just gonna destroy everyone. They do put Dodgerin on the Monkey King, so I assume it's gonna be a mid lane monkey against the Ember. That does make sense. This is actually quite a solid pick coming out from Empire. The problem I see is if this Monkey King doesn't pop off, something like Thompson would do, you don't have anyone to make play. So I'm kind of looking at this Monkey King and the supports playing around him, crushing the mid lane, and then you just kind of want to force the enemies to keep TPing there. You keep killing him, and that's the way to victory I see for Team Empire, with of course the Tiny carrying later on in the game. But I think it's much easier for No Sorry here to play. If the heroes come to push, you are there with the Mars, Mortimer's Kisses, anyone can die, and the PL gets super powerful. He's a Manta hero, so I'm definitely leaning towards No Sorry in this one.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that. Like you say, it's still going to be hard to kill. Do both offlaners here, because we've seen the trend with the strength offlaners. I mean, you go for the double braces, you go for the soul ring, and then you look for the engagement tool like the blink dagger or the BKB to maybe quick Ogrex come out and then into the blink dagger. Do you think both offlaners are going to follow this trend in this match?
The Mars he's gonna be tanky, goes for the blink, and the Doom. I'm actually not sure how you want to approach this one. I'm guessing you do want to be tanky because, as I mentioned, Team Empire, they're all about collapsing at the enemies diving and such. So yeah, phase boots, double bracers, stuff like that is definitely gonna help in that regard. So I do assume that the Doom is gonna do that as well.
Okay, and just looking at this bracket, so a little bit of history here for Dream, who's the no sorry carry. Dream was, up until about a week ago, the carry for Hydra, who were pushing for promotion in the last tour. They fell short. CIS Rejects and Windstrike, who are now Bet Boom, who are playing at the major, came from behind late in the season to push through for qualifications, taking it to a 4-way tiebreaker with V Gaming, who are now Rune Eaters. So yeah, up until about a week ago, Dream was the carry for Hydra, and if Team Empire lose this and no sorry move on, it will be no sorry versus Hydra. So maybe a little bit of a grudge match there coming through for Dream in the next series if they do move through into this winners bracket.
I mean, considering that there's, if I'm not mistaken, only one player from Hydra is remaining in that team, and that is Asgold. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it is going to be a grudge match. I kind of doubt that Asgold just kicked everyone. In my mind, it's probably that everyone just decided to leave because the team was falling apart, and then Asgold was the only one left with the organization. Kind of, okay, let's make the team around you, my friend, since everyone else is out. That's how I would interpret it. But maybe it was Asgold like, haha, get out of my team, all of you are all bad. So in that regard, if it had happened that way, I'm sure it's a grudge match, but we probably would have heard some drama if it was the way that it transpired.
Yeah, but you've got to, you've got to give it. It's like wrestling, you've got to give that storyline. You've got to give it a bit of but yeah, so Hydra were the full, and I'm going to slaughter the pronunciation on this, so I apologize. But Hydra before last week were the full Kyrgyzstan lineup, and then obviously there's been some replacements. Teams have swapped, and it's only, I think, Asgold and Dream that have moved on to other teams. I think the other three players, as far as I can see, haven't been picked up for any teams.
Maybe they went through the open qualifiers. I know that there was some talk about Zayats making a new stack.
Yeah, I saw.
He's the main one, but did you see him play with anyone?
No, I saw Resolution tweeting out, because this was before officially Hydra had split up. The Resolution tweeted out that him and Zayats were looking to take on an off-lane role and a position 4 role in a new team, but as far as I can tell, no one picked them up on that, which maybe they get picked up by a Western European team after the major, once that roster lock it gets closer for Tour 3.
Maybe they were getting ready for Tour 3. It's only so happens that Eastern Europe, because of the situation, because of the DPC being delayed, that we're gonna have to open qualifiers in like a span of a week or two. I'm guessing that the new open qualifiers are gonna be coming out after this ends, not so long after. So yeah, maybe they were preparing for the next one. Who knows, though? It would have been quite a bad idea to pass out on a chance to just go straight up into the Division 1. But yeah, you never know what the idea is behind it.
Yeah, and Zayats, I don't want to say out of everyone, because Hydra, like I say, they were very impressive. Between about November till February, till the end of Tour 1, they were a very good team. And again, really unlucky just to miss out on the 4-way tiebreaker onto that Division 1. And no doubt if they were in Division 1, they probably would have stayed together. But Zayats has always impressed me as well when you watch him. The play that he offers, because he was playing the 5 for Hydra. So maybe the 4, he thinks he'll have a little bit more freedom. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with him and the rest of Hydra as well, where everyone ends up. But I suppose we should talk about the actual Dota match in front of us here. 2 minutes in now. Dream was taking a lot for us on the top lane. Black Archangel's going to be taking the magic damage now as well. Do they have enough to take him down? Archangel the heal. It's not going to be enough. Melis will get the kill there. Archangel not able to get back to that tier 1 tower in time. So Melis picking up the first blood.
And bottom lane, they're also going for last hero. He is gonna survive that one, but I was about to say, yeah, we don't have to talk about this game until the 7th minute mark comes, just because of the how Eastern Europe has been playing it, especially in Division 2. It's kind of a ceasefire until later on down the laning phase. But yep, I stand corrected. Empire strike first, and actually on a lane where would you ever consider Doom and a Skyret Mage to be heroes that actually provide some kill potential? Because I wouldn't. This is pretty much a overextension by the Enchantress, trying to do as much as he can, and Archangel actually does get punished because of it. So a bit of a mistake, but it's never that big of a deal to just go through the enemy region, die, and allow your carry to have a pretty solid time in terms of farm.
Yeah, especially with the heals up as well. The Melis and Illusion on this lane, the kill potential to me, I suppose there's a lot of bursts coming through that they can take him down early on, because if you look at Archangel, he's only sitting on 600 health. Obviously, the Untouchable's the ultimate as well, so Melis for the time being. You might even be able to get something out of Dream here now as well, forcing Dream back to the tier 1. But yeah, so 600 health. When you're coming through on the Scorched Earth, you've got there on the Doom. He doesn't have a point into the Infernal Blade just yet, but he does have the Hurl Boulder for that extra little bit of damage, that extra little bit of a stun duration, and then the damage that comes through from Illusion on that Scarith Mage in the early game shouldn't be underestimated, especially at level 4, maybe if you picked up a point into the Ancient Seal as well, so there's extra magic damage coming through there as well. So yeah, it's Archangel for the time being. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for that old build where even the Enchantress picks up a bracer for that extra health, that extra little bit of survivability to get them through the laning stage.
Man, at some points you actually think about, man, do you know anything about this game? Because Skyret Mage Doom, as I said, it doesn't scream kill potential, but they destroyed Black Archangel in a second. It was literally a second, and he was down to like 10% HP, then just went down to the Scorched Earth. That was so much damage that, yeah, we all know Skyret Mage does a ton of damage, but then you just add up the Hurl Boulder, and this Enchantress is just dead. So very nicely done by the side of Empire, understanding how they can approach this lane, and punishing a hero like the Enchantress. We all know how annoying these Enchantress players can be with just running at you constantly.
Yeah, I have a question. I have a mechanics question for you, because it doesn't matter now because the Doom swapped off. But if a Doom eats the Mud Golem, he gets the split shard. Does he split into 2 Doomlings when he dies? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to see that.
Yes, he does. And usually in the early game, if he has the Mud Golem and he dies, that's a lot of damage going your way. The bottom lane, we're gonna be seeing an attempt on last hero. Seems like Empire aren't that eager to just go for the kill here.
They're trying to get onto him. The last hero, though, he's a big tanky boy. He's already got that 1 bracer, so he's going to be sitting at 1,000 health, just over. And it looks like it is going to be... Is it going to be a second one? No, it's going to be into the phase boots right after it. So it's not going to be the double bracer into the soaring right away. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of armor coming through from the phase boots to have a little bit of attack power as well. Setting up maybe, because, I mean, you look at this lane with the retrograde, tiny big tanky hero here with no real actual survival items, no real strength items, going for a Wraith Band instead of a bracer, and then into his power treads, it looks like, and the Abaddon with the Aphotic Shield. What's the kill potential for No Sorry in this lane? Is it even there?
I mean, Mars plus the Snapfire, they have a lot of kill potential, right? But not on the Tiny, especially if BZZ is there. Just a second, BZZ though is in some trouble.
Talking about kill potential, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? Yon wants to try and chase him down. The Cookie's going to be off cooldown in 12 seconds. Meanwhile, the other side of the river, let's say we might have a chase down onto the Ember Spirit, and he will be taken down. Dodrin claims that kill. He's on top of the tree there. Manic not able to get himself away from this. Dodrin, though, taking a Scout Blast to the face. Will he be able to get himself from this? Because there's going to be some impetus damage coming through now as well. But the magic damage, Illusion, he's rotated down. The Ancient Seal comes out now as well. And Dodrin going to be able to pick himself up at a double kill in the first 6 minutes of this game. 4-0 here for Empire. So forget about striking back. Like you say, Empire, they're just striking first, and they are striking hard.
Yeah, and they're doing it at the exact point of the map that we kind of expected them to. It's around the mid lane. You want to force No Sorry to come to this Monkey King and die over and over and over again. And Manic, man, they're again TPing supports here. I wouldn't recommend they do that. I would recommend they just stay the heck away from this Monkey King, and then only when the Mars is ready, and only then do they strike against Dodger. And if they continue doing this, this Monkey King is gonna be very, very powerful.
Yeah, and I suppose I didn't realize as well that you're looking at this, you're thinking, oh yeah, Ember Spirit is a good survivable hero. You know, he's got the Sleight of Fist, he's got the Flame Guards come out for him. But if Dodron's stepping up here with the Jingu Mastery coming through, it's just going to go right onto the Ember Spirit, and there's going to be nothing the Ember Spirit can do for this. Searing Chains does come out, there's not going to be an Ancient Seal, so Manic could be able to run himself away from this. Dodron taking a little bit of damage, rotation through from the Warpine Raider. The Pine Cone here, just wanting to get aggressive, and it looks like Illusion. It will be timing out here, the Warpine Raider, who's effectively got the Acorn shot that comes through from the Hoodwink, so stealing spells there from heroes.
That does make sense, you know. The squirrel usually wouldn't want to throw out an acorn, though, you know, if you're planting a tree, just thinking about the future, which I don't think that squirrels do a lot of, but who knows. You know, it does make much more sense that an acorn is, or that the pine cone is spreading its seed. Everywhere, you know, just wants to spread as much as possible around the map, though in Dota.
Hurry, freak. This is a family-friendly stream here. You can't talk about pine cones going around spreading the seeds. That's just
why? If it's a plant, you can do it. You know?
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Funny to note that the BZZ picked up the double damage rune here as well. I think because the Sleight of Fist came in from the Ember Spirit, it was just a bit of a panic, you know, make sure someone on our side gets it. So Dodron not able to pick that one up, but it's going to be the rotation behind on Last Hero. Last Hero, what's he going to be able to do? Because the arena is up, Dodron's going to be TPing in now as well. So there's going to be the Avalanche, the Toss comes out now as well. So there's going to be a really nice dive in. The arena comes out, Last Hero is going to try and run himself away from this one, but the Balance Strike, Dodron picks that one up easy outside the arena with his magic stick. Or it is, yeah, it is a magic stick, right? It's a staff, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
And
it's a power pole.
Yeah,
power pole.
I mean, a pole is just a bigger stick.
But a power pole because it extends, you know, it's the Dragon Ball, stuff like that. I prepared the Dragon Ball shirt today, but we have no camera, so I'm quite sad either way. And we're seeing Monkey King already, who is actually popping off. And I think, I don't know what No Sorry are doing, in a sense that you look at this game and you're like, how do we lose this? Is if we are playing against the Thompson style Monkey King, and you're allowing Dodron to be that Thompson style Monkey King. He's really destroying everyone. Of course, most of the net worth lead is coming out from the Doom, but the problem is that the towers are taking some damage. The top lane tower dying, it's not going to be that big of a deal for No Sorry, but every small amount of damage on this mid lane tower is a problem, because as soon as it falls, the Monkey King will be all over No Sorry. So you're probably going to be seeing them rally around the mid lane quite a lot.
Yeah, there's going to be another dive onto Manic now as well. Manic, he does have the remnant, so he's going to be able to dive away, but there is still going to be the damage coming through from Dodron. Can they get the kill onto Manic? Manic try to run himself away. He doesn't have the mana now for another run. He doesn't have the mana for anything, and that's going to be the Wukong Superman cancelled by the Cookie Yon, though. He has to run himself away. The Ancient Seal, that extra magic damage. It looks like Yon is going to be able to get himself back to safety. He is not. Dodron, he's going to get closer to that Diffusal Blade. In fact, he might be able to go into Black Archangel. Archangel is level 6, so he does have the point into the Untouchable, but can he chase down here with the heals? It looks like at least Archangel will be able to prance himself away from danger.
And again, the big problem isn't that you lost the hero. The big problem is that the tower is taking so much damage. Dodron is getting to a point where he's just gonna crush everyone. No Sorry are continuing to bring heroes towards the Monkey King and not bring the last hero on the Mars. You can't do it. One more time you do this and you might just actually lose the game. Even already, it is already a big hit to them, because No Sorry aren't getting a single kill, and usually you're okay, we don't have any kills on the board, but it's 11 minutes in. They are literally getting schooled in Dota right now, and they're thinking that the enchant from the Enchantress that he maxed out, which isn't something that we see too often, is something that's gonna help him. Bottom lane again.
Bottom lane, yeah, the Avalanche Toss comes in now as well. The Spear away onto the Monkey King, but Monkey King might be able to chase down. The Force Shield comes out. Last Hero is trying to do his best. He's making a last stand, and what are they going to be able to do it once again? He's not going to be able to use it, but the Wukong, is he going to be able to get himself away from the ultimate kisses? The Aphotic Shield once again. BZZ's got the kill onto Last Hero. The Mischief dodge, is he going to be able to dodge off all the damage, trying to heal himself up with Jingu, but it's not going to be enough. And now, well, they say Dream, is he going to be able to get himself away from in his dreams? There's No Sorry. It was the Monkey King versus the Monkey King you have at home, and it looks like Dream, at least this time, came up as an advantage. Manic trying to go into Retrograde. Retrograde TP'd into the mid lane to defend this tier 1 tower. Manic though trying to do his best on this, and Retrograde taking a lot of damage. Manic forcing the aggro through with his Flame Guard. It looks like Avalanche was a toss. The damage, is it going to be enough to take him down? He's going to be able to use the Fairy Fire, trying to keep himself alive now as well. The Spirit might be enough. He throws it out. Is Retrograde low enough? Looks like he's not. And it looks like both heroes just going to back themselves away. Manic, bottling the double damage rune, will be able to get out safe.
There's a lot of things that happened there, and really nice read coming out from Manic, understanding that the Tiny needs to pop the sticks to go for the full Avatos combo. Seeing as he had the Flame Guard, he was confident that he wasn't gonna die. But the big thing here for Empire, their Monkey King is so damn powerful that every time he joins a fight, that there has to be a big response. So the PL with the Diffusal Blade, he felt the need to come into a fight. I like this from Dream because he actually made something happen for his team. They were definitely lacking the damage, but the thing is that look at the Doom. He's just being a beast. He has a BKB. Wherever Melis fights right now, that's gonna be a one fight for Empire. I just don't think that there's a point that he can bait him in, but okay, Arena being dropped.
Yeah, Melis throws the BKB, maybe trying to act as a little bit of bait for the rest of the team. We've got some under the back lines. They're going to be able to go into the Enchantress. And Ench, it looks like it might be the Constellation prize here. Yeah, Archangel will be taken down. Dodrin claims that kill as a Wukong Saman used for that. Just to take the hero down, Slight Fist comes out here by Manic. Dodrin, does he want to chase? It doesn't look like it.
I thought Empire were gonna collapse onto the mid lane tower right there, because there's no arena. That would have been pretty much a free tower if they just ran towards it. Everyone would have ran away from them. Last hero?
Yeah, Melis is taking a lot of damage. He's still not throwing out that Doom just yet. As Dodrin moves in with Primal Spring, is he going to be able to do the damage onto the last hero with the Spear away, but no trees to latch to. They were already broken by that arena. And the Ghost just getting involved, just saying, you stay away from my favourite hero. As it does fade away now, but did its job.
Good thing for Empire, what they managed to do, which we don't see often right now, is that they've overtaken the enemy big jungle super early on, and there are no wards from the side of No Sorry there. So if they want to regain control of that one, they're gonna have to smoke.
Yeah,
but I think that's gonna happen before the Blink Dagger comes out.
DPC, the borrow time. The cookie was actually off the mark. I don't know if that was intended to go on to. Meanwhile, back in the top lane, it looks like last hero once again going to be able to push away with the spear, but it's not this time going to be enough. And Melis claims that kill.
This is a big timing taken away from No Sorry. There's 30 seconds without the Mars. He's gonna need another 30, maybe even more, to farm up his Blink Dagger and then a smoke. Until that time comes, Empire are probably gonna be able to push out the lanes, get into position, and get themselves ready. So No Sorry now, not only do they have to wait for the Mars to farm out the Blink, they have to prepare the terrain for a potential smoke. They're gonna go immediately. Usually you would use one smoke, now they're probably gonna be using two, and it even gets scanned out.
Yeah, and you can see the rotation coming through the jungle. Like you say, the Smoke, Archangel, Manic, and Yond are going to be the gank squad at the minute. But the Monkey King Dodrin's on the trees. I don't think he's going to reveal himself. And you just see while this is going on, while all this time is being taken by No Sorry on their side of the map. Look at the Tiny. Look at Retrograde. He's even going to be able to get another stack in here. He's getting close to getting towards the Moon Shard as well, which it's a build that I was a little bit surprised to see. But it is something coming out that Tiny's like to go for now. That just attack speed right off the mark. Oh, meanwhile on the bottom lane, the Doom comes out into the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The Doom, it's only about a third of the way through. He's in the trees. He's trying to break the vision. Melis, though, they've seen him. Yeah, he's going to try and get himself out, but is it going to be enough? Dodrin's rotates him out. Looks like it's going to be the death of the Phantom Lancer.
This actually took a little bit longer from Empire. So No Sorry, at least they're taking back the control of the top lane. Did they deward? Yeah, they dewarded the enemy wards. They placed their own, and at least now in terms of map control, it is equalized somewhat. The problem is that Empire are still very much stronger than their enemies, and Doom now with the Blink is gonna be a really big hunter. Though I have to say, No Sorry, after the start that they had, I thought they were gonna lose that mid lane tower and just continue dying, but they managed to stop the game right now. So that's at least gonna be fine. The problem is you need to come back with a few kills, and it is hard for them to do so. But with the Blink Dagger on the Mars, we're probably going to be seeing smoke after smoke now coming out from No Sorry.
Yeah, and they do have the arena. The Mortimer Kiss is available as well, so they might look for a target. In fact, is Melis going to be the one? He's actually looking for the deny onto the tower, but dive over. Last hero didn't want to go for the arena. The last hero will not, and Melis was able to get the deny on the tower. And how's Retrograde doing? Retrograde, he's close to... Did he finish up that ancient
Mid
stack?
lane?
He did. Oh, the arena does come through. They're going to be able to get the multiple kisses. Dodrum going to get himself away from this one. He can't. Archangel will claim the kill, but dive in from Malice. Malice doesn't have the Doom for 50 seconds. Or last hero, does he want to turn around onto this? BZZ was looking at it. The cookie comes out to Malice as well. Just as a little bit of a parting gift there for the Doom.
Empire slowing down the game. I actually think they could have ran even further. This is the problem when you don't have really good heroes at initiation. You're never 100% certain how you're supposed to play. But in my mind, they should have just created chaos on the map. And now they're done with it. They're like, okay, this mid lane tower needs to fall. No arena. And Malice actually should be strong. He should be powerful enough for nothing to be able to stop him here.
Yeah, the Infernal Blade comes out. They could be doing a little bit of damage to Black Archangel, but this is going to be the cookie away. Archangel taking some magic damage, but he has the heals from the Nature's Attendants and Retrograde. Like you said, they want to go into this tier 1. Are they going to be able to get the deny here? Archangel, he looks like he's trying to get in position. Scab's Blast comes out to the spear. He misses. Last hero trying to pin Tiny to the tree, but it's going to be off the mark, and now the Ancient Seal comes through. So that's going to be 1. Can they go even further onto this here? Empire, they look like they are hunting in a pack. Dodrin on the back line sees Dream. Diffusal Blade comes out. They're going to be able to go onto him once again, but Jordan going to be slowed down by that Diffusal Blade. Dream, he doesn't get over the cliff. He has to run away manually.
They know.
Dream now, yeah, they know which one it is. The Avalanche there, the cookie, trying to get himself away safely, but the Doom's going to be coming out onto Dream, and Dream will be taken down. It looks like, yeah, Illusion, the toss comes through, and Yon, it looks like it's going to be 3 going down here on the side of No Sorry.
This is what happens when your mid lane tower falls. It is lucky for No Sorry that despite the early losses that they managed to keep it alive for so long, but still it doesn't change the fact that it's a 14-2 game, that Empire are much stronger right now, that their heroes farm faster. Tiny is the fastest farmer in this game, and the only thing that No Sorry have kind of have in their tank is of course the late game of the PL, but that doesn't have to come to fruition because we know that the Monkey King and the Tiny can deal with him, and on the other hand they have solid team fights. So pick off, not that great, but they can kill one hero. So what do you need to do right now? No Sorry. Smoke, get a kill without the arena, and then follow it up with the big team fight. That is how you need to play, and also you're gonna have to know where the Abaddon is. But the problem is that Empire, in my mind, they should, and they probably will, be continuing to play aggressive, and then it's gonna be much easier for BZZ to actually be behind Dodgen every single time and save him from any potential jump.
Yeah, and it looks like BZZ is gonna go for the what does the Sunsfan call them? The bongo boots? Coming out, he's got the drums queued up, and then he's already got himself the tranquil boots, so he will be able to go towards those quite soon once those drums have been completed. So that's going to effectively add to the chase of Empire. Empire, like, just immediately after they take a fight, just want to be marching down, looking for more, you know? Like I say, they are hunting in a pack. Ooh, speaking about hunting, Maniki's invis. Any reveal, any wards? It's on the cliff. He's walking in and out of vision. They might just see him. Invis, yeah, they're going to be able to see him. Manik tries to do what he can to get himself away from this. Drops out Remnant, and he will be away. But on the side of the cliff, Illusion, can they do the damage to take him down here? The cookie comes out once again. They're going to be able to get a really good stun here. Archangel already gets a kill into Illusion. Wukong's command does come out, but Yon trying to get himself out of this. Yeah, Yon's trying to run himself out, but that's going to be a really nice Infernal Blade to get the kill. And Melas gets himself the double. And look at this. While this is going on, Retrograde says, I don't even need to. I have faith in my team. I can just go put the aggression onto the tier 2 tower. He's going to be able to get himself away from this. Melas, he does have to do him in 7 seconds. It looks like Dream going to get himself away. He's going to be able to dodge off, but it looks like it's still going to be there. Dream trying to get himself out with the doppelganger. He's going to be maybe confusing them, running the target away. Yeah, he just goes into the other direction, but still Malice, he hits the Doom onto the right one now as well, so this looks like Phantom Lancer gonna get himself out of this. He's going towards the heart, but for now, it looks like the death will be inevitable.
Yeah, that's a tune that Dream definitely wouldn't want to hear, and, you know, Melas just continuing to jump onto everyone. The difference in net worth is just so huge. Usually it would be like, it's a Doom, you know, he has a Midas, he has a Devour, but the thing is he's 5,000, almost 5,000 ahead of the PL will be there. Oh,
the arena comes out. He doesn't dodge off the damage with the Mischief there as well, so the ultimate kisses. Jordan not going to be able to get himself away from this one. The rotation comes in from BZZ a little bit too late. Last hero on Yond. Really nice gank there, and that's something that I think you were saying, you know, No Sorry, they needed to be doing from the get-go as soon as those ultimates were coming up, you know, the Blink Dagger up for the Mars, and they've just really not been able to do that successfully.
Yeah, no, sorry. Actually, this was a very long sequence of events. So what happened there was usually we don't see it too much, but it was a mechanical mistake coming out from no sorry. They jumped on the Skywrath Mage. It was a perfect scenario. You can jump the sky, kill him with just the spells without any ultis, and then fight. The thing is, they miss their spells. The Mars gets silenced up, and he dies first, and that's why that fight on the top lane goes so bad. And then all of these chases. Luckily, they get the monkey in the end. But in the mid lane, Retrograde, he's just way too tanky for this.
Yeah, you can see they're not doing anything to get through that massive rock of a hero. And he turns around, he does a lot of damage to the Enchantress, who has to move off heal here with the Nature's Attendants, and even Manic has to back himself away. How do you get through this, Tiny?
You run away from him. That's the response right now. Later on, I mean, I don't think he's even a target if you go on him with the Arena and Mortimer's Kisses, because there is a good chance he's not gonna die. Yeah. One Aphotic Shield, he pops a BKB and you just run away. So you have to ignore him. The problem is that he's doing so much damage, and again, coming to the fact, you lost the early game too much by fighting around that mid lane. But still, no sorry. I think they are kind of understanding of what they need to do. Pick off on supports and big ultis for Dodron and Malice. That's it. I think Retrograde, you just ignore him. They even give him an Aegis now.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't ignore him all the way back to Illusion. Gets the kill onto Yons. Yeah, I mean, how long can you afford to ignore him for? Because if you ignore him too long, you're ignoring him all the way back into your fountain while he takes your Ancient. Speaking about taking, they're going to be able to take down Manic now as well. Avatos comes in to finish off that kill, but a really nice setup there from Dodron.
Okay, no sorry are in a very bad spot right now because they're low. Just a second, let's follow this smoke. Melis, he's gonna find the PL. Dream?
The damage? Oh yeah, Dream's going to try and target onto Illusion. Illusion drops the Mystic Flare, but is it going to be enough damage? You're going to be able to get the Arena out, try and take down Melis. Melis trying to walk away with the BKB right through that Arena wall, and Melis looks like he might be able to get himself away from them. They're going to disengage on the side of no sorry.
It's weird to say it, but the 2-4 PL is carrying no sorry right now. He's actually the one that is making the most plays, creating the most space, doing the most damage in these fights, actually bringing down some of these supports. As we remember in the bottom lane, what he did, yeah, sure, he died, but that's because you're behind, but he's still making plays for his team. If he didn't dodge the Doom there, if he didn't kind of juke with his illusions, it would have been a big problem. It would have been a disastrous fight for no sorry, but he dodges the initiation. He goes and kills the Skywrath Mage. He even baits some of the BKBs and gets himself out. So Dream is creating a lot of problems in these fights. So maybe in terms of outplaying the enemies, it can be a big deal. The problem is against the Tiny and the Monkey King, it's going to be a lot harder to do so.
Archangel at least now has the power twist. So that's going to be a little bit of extra speed. And look at this. Retrograde just moves up. The Mystic Flare comes out and Manic goes down. And the Cleave coming through. Retrograde, he has the shard, so he has that permanent tree. Yond will take a fall there as well. Dodron gets a kill. The buyback comes through from Manic. They have to do everything they can to repel the damage coming through onto the base. But it looks like Empire, they're just going to group up. Even Melis, he's behind the trees. He's looking for it. He's got the blink dagger in 8 seconds. The creep wave, the timing should be about just right for him to get the blink in and the Doom off. Who is he going to Doom here? Last hero is closest. The spear is going to be trying to push back, but the Doom comes in. There's going to be the Centaur Stomp coming through. And that's going to be the Infernal Blade as well. He might not even need it to take down last hero. Mars, he's going to be able to get himself away. He's not. The Ancient Seal, so he couldn't even throw the Arena out. Yond comes through. That's going to be the buyback here from Yond. And this looks like it's going to be a tier 3 tower going down. The Bulwark to slow Retrograde down. He doesn't really care. 2.5 minutes left on that Aegis. And he's just going to be able to walk himself away. 3k health. How do you get through this?
Right now you don't, and the big thing is that no sorry, they don't want to fight right now. Even if it's on their high ground, you're seeing that they're just spamming spells. They don't want to commit, because if they commit, there is a good chance you lose the fight and the game immediately. So Dream, he is aware he wants to at least have the heart, but the problem is you can only wait so much. There's 2 minutes left on the Aegis. It wouldn't surprise me if Empire tried to knock on the door on the top lane again. Though if they really want to, they can play this one safe and go towards the bottom lane, but I don't think there's a need. Just continue forcing the enemies to a fight.
Yeah, and you can see Dodron already on pulling this top lane. He's pushing it in. He's using the Primal Spring to clear off the creep wave. Melis is here with him as well. Still has that Doom. I'm hearing a cookie. obviously starting through the creep wave, I think. Yeah, and Retrograde, he's keeping the lanes pushed in on both the mid lane as well as his team keeping in that top lane push. So even if they do take this Rax, you know, they don't then have to back off. They're not stuck for an objective because the mid lane pushes in and he can go right to the tier 3s in the mid lane. But for now, Retrograde, he wants to get aggressive, he wants to do damage, he's going to be able to get the Avatars back onto the Enchantress. The Enchantress right back into 4. Is it going to be enough? It will be enough to get the kill.
He found the Ember.
The Arena's going to be there now as well. Do they have enough time to take him down? With that Doom, they will take Manic down, and Melis just backs himself away with the rest of his team. Even the ultimate kisses, that's just going to be a minor inconvenience, and one that lasts for maybe a couple of seconds. Is that you can see Retrograde, he moves in once again, the avalanche comes through, the right clicks onto Yon. They are going to be able to get an easy kill. The spear comes through onto Dodo now as well, but it's going to be the toss of Mr. Flores onto Last Hero, and Last Hero, he might be the last hero to go down here in this game. This Team Empire, they're looking for a Rax, they're looking for, because there's no buybacks on either Manic or Yond. Last Hero can buy back, but it looks like it's going to be the Rax in this fight so far. Do they want to move in through to the rest of them? They're going to be able to get the damage off onto the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, Force Staff comes out. It looks like they might even be able to get onto Dream. There's dive coming through onto Retrograde. And maybe he's just overstepped the mark, not into a place of danger, but you know they're going to readjust and retune to look for objectives here. Retrograde, he has that Aegis. No, they're going to be able to go right back onto Dream, and Dream could get himself out of this. Not with the Ancient Seal, no BKB, nothing to purge that one off. And Retrograde now moves into the tier 3s in the mid lane, and I think this is just going to be the beginning of the end here for No Sorry.
If No Sorry don't like being punched in the face, they should be calling GG right now. As I mentioned there, before the push even came, No Sorry don't want to fight. They know that a fight can lose them the game, but that's why they were poking with the Enchantress, because that's their best poke. But Retrograde, he understood this. He had the Blink Dagger, he got the toss back, and after the Enchantress was dead, it was pretty much done. No Sorry, they tried to make something happen. You're always in this idea, let's not give the Rax for free, let's at least force their BKB, so when they start going back, we can go for a move. But as soon as the Enchantress died, they didn't have the constant output of damage. Retrograde was in front, and No Sorry, they just didn't have much left in the tank. So now with 2 lanes of Rags down, this game is pretty much over. We're probably gonna see No Sorry go for one last hurrah smoke, because that's the only thing that they have left in the tank right now, and gonna fight it on the bottom lane. We already see a line being drawn.
Yeah, they want to hook in, and probably going to be waiting. This Phantom Lancer does have the heart now, going towards the Shard, but the tier 1 tower, look at how quickly that fought. They only just moved over to it, and now they're going to be able to set up. No, they're going to go for smoke. Do they want to wrap back in? It looks like it's going to be a smoke on smoke. Last Hero is going to be revealed. Does he want to go for that arena, though? Retrograde just moves himself in with the Silver Edge. He's going to be able to easily clean up Last Hero. Last Hero, no buyback. The Force Staff away from the Enchantress. The Enchantress is going to be silenced now as well. The magic damage coming out onto the Enchantress. Is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? Dream's taking all the aggro here. Shifting back onto Black Archangel. Archangel's going to be able to TP himself away from this, and Retrograde just he leads the line. He's going to be moving up again with the Silver Edge. GG is going to be called, and No Sorry, they call it quits in this third of 3. It pushes them down to the lower brackets, so they do have at least one lifeline remaining. But Empire going to be taking game number 3 in this elongated series here, moving through in the winners bracket to face up against Hydra.
I have to say here, Rob, they're not going to be happy about this No Sorry. First of all, they messed this one up so much. Like, there was one thing you shouldn't do: feed the monkey, don't feed the troll, you know, and you do just that. So they're definitely not gonna be happy about it. They constantly TP'd into the mid lane. Let's TP and give Dodger more kills and more kills and more kills. And one thing they did do well is save that mid lane tower, but the main problem is that they're going into the lower bracket to face up against Namiga. I watched Hydra versus Namiga yesterday. Those two teams played really good Dota, almost you could say tier 1 level Dota. Hydra came out on top, just the little things were there, but Namiga, they understood drafts, they understood movement, they understood everything. There is a good chance that No Sorry will leave this tournament, because Namiga, yesterday at least, what I watched them, they played one hell of a game. So I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, though. Team Empire, not to take it away from them, they understood around which hero they wanted to play. They forced their enemies into mistakes, and they easily used that to their advantage. So very straightforward game from Team Empire. Not much chance coming out from No Sorry.
Yeah, and that is going to be it for this series, guys, but there are going to be 2 more coming your way. It's going to be One Move versus Cybercats coming up next in about 20 minutes time, and then it's going to be Hydra versus Team Empire. So we'll see if it's, I'm not sure if it's a sliding bracket, if we're going to start the next series straight away, or if we are going to wait out that time for the next match. But we are going to be taking a quick break. We will see you in a few for One Move versus Cybercats. Stick around, because again, 2 more series yet to come.